Alright, so yesterday in the UEFA Champions League, we had not one, not two, but three Super Eagles players in action. All three players started matches for their teams, but only two out of the three ended up on the winning side. So the players in question are Raphael, Onyedika, Tella, and Ademola Lookman. We're definitely going to be talking about their performances in this one. But first, please make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you very much. So yeah, first we're going to talk about Raphael Onyedika. Of course, Super Eagles midfielder Raphael Onyedika. He plays for Club Brugge, a club based in Belgium. And today in the UEFA Champions League, they faced a club based in Portugal, Sporting Lisbon. The match ended 2-1 in favor of Club Brugge. Raphael Onyedika played 90 minutes in the game, actually picked a yellow card, I believe his first yellow card of the season, and this is for a player that has already picked up 2 red cards this season, playing in the position he plays in. No yellow cards all through the season until the 4th minute of added time in the first half. But that being said, I definitely feel like Raphael Onyedika had a solid game. He did what he had to do all through the game, none too special. Of course, in that position, you don't get too much plaudits playing as a defensive midfielder. But if you watch the game, you can see that they don't do what they do without Raphael Onyedika. Even sometimes that he's not touching the ball, the movement alone is good enough for his teammates. But moving on, and we're going to talk about Tella start for Bayer Leverkusen. Of course, Tella forward for the Super Eagles, and Bayer Leverkusen hosted Inter Milan in their Champions League matchup. Tella played 83 minutes of the game. For a good portion of the game, he had the best chance. He hit the woodwork early on in the first half. A volley in the box, catches the woodwork, unlucky at the end of the day. And that was the best chance all through until the goal was scored by Bayer Leverkusen to make the final score 1-0. For me, Tella was fantastic. This is his second start in a row playing in a kind of unfamiliar position. So the story is that Victor Boniface has been out ever since the Super Eagles' last AFCON qualification match against Rwanda. Has not played for his club since then. And I believe they might be missing another striker that is injured. So that position is kind of vacant. And in the past couple of games, Tella has been playing up top. He played up top with Florian Wirtz in the last game, the game against St. Pauli in the Bundesliga. Then now in the Champions League against Inter Milan, he's playing as a 9, this time all by himself up top. And I felt like he had a fantastic game. He hit the woodwork early on in the first half, had a couple of chances. He had one that I looked like was a penalty that he won around 50-something minutes. I didn't write it down, but it's around that 50-something mark. He was drugged down. You could see the dude holding his shirt. And VAR, what's up with VAR? Even after that, there was a guy that got elbowed on the top of the head. And we see silly fouls like somebody just by mistake, their finger touches somebody's face. You give a yellow card for that. This guy was clearly elbowed on top of the head. Nothing. No foul, no nothing. But God willing, Bayer Leverkusen got their win, and the referee can kiss our you-know-what because he was really tripping in the game. For me, Tella looked like a striker. I mean, he might not be one, but he kind of looked like one in this game, especially the last one. Holds up the ball nicely, makes runs for his teams. Even when he's not getting the ball, he's making a run to create space. They can play the ball into space. He can get to it, hold it for a second, give it to his teammates, let them get back into the game. He wins fouls. He wins lots of fouls. He's so fast. I mean, before you can even blink, he's past you, and all you can do is drag him down or kick him down. Tella, he really showed himself. And even though, of course, that striker position is not his, Victor Boniface will be returning. They say probably next year. That's what I heard in that match against St. Pauli from the commentator. But even then, I feel like Xavi Alonso is going to find somewhere to play Nathan Tella because he has been looking like he's hungry. He wants this. He's trying to make something happen. So I feel like the coach is always going to find somewhere to put a player that's, giving that much, because he's really giving a lot. You see every time those past 2 games, whenever he comes off the pitch, his coaches are very happy with him because he's putting in a shift every single time. Now, last but not least, we're going to talk about the man himself, Ademola Lookman. He took on Real Madrid with his club Atalanta. Sadly for Ademola Lookman, the game ended 3-2. Real Madrid held on. You have to say they held on. Atalanta had a big opportunity late in the match. Lookman on the ball like you want. He plays a beautiful square ball that takes everybody out. Finds his teammate with an empty net. All he had to do was keep it on target. Man played it over the bar. It goes off his shin over the bar. Really couldn't too much blame him because the ball came pretty fast. But I mean, you gotta put that away now. You gotta put that away. Yeah, but it wasn't put away. And you go back to the start of the game, 10th minute. In fact, nah. Before I get into the start of the game, what's up with DSTV? What's up with DSTV? Like, what's really going on? You don't show this game? Europa League champions versus Champions League champions, and you're showing Brest versus PSV. What's going on? Like, what have we done to DSTV? Ademola Lookman, everybody knows this man is going to be the player of the year, the CAF player of the year, and you don't even let us, like, what are we paying for? It's ridiculous. It's completely ridiculous what DSTV is doing. And I feel like they be trolling Nigeria sometimes, like, because even when the Super Eagles are playing, you'll see that the TV just stops and they're like, oh, loading, oh, we gotta reset. Like, I didn't choose to reset. But anyways, that's just on a side note. But going back to the game, you had Real Madrid taking the lead, 10th minute of the match, Kylian Mbappe. Then the 42nd minute of the match, you get the equalizing goal. Kylian Mbappe got hurt, by the way, later on in that first half. Then you get the equalizing goal from the penalty spot, Atalanta. Then you had 3 minutes of madness on the Atalanta side. I guess Real Madrid getting the goal at the 56-minute mark. And it's basically an Atalanta player, by mistake really, putting it on a plate for Vinicius Jr. And you just can't do that. Slips it past the goalkeeper, makes the score 2-1. Then 3 minutes later, Jude Bellingham, ball over the top. Jude Bellingham is one-on-one with a defender. He shakes and bakes, puts it on his left. He puts the ball past the goalkeeper. That was all she wrote. 3-1. And it was looking like it was over by then. But then, 6 minutes later, Ademola Lookman, he gets the ball, shifts to his right a little bit, then smacks it low and hard. It goes through a player's leg and past Thibaut Courtois in the Real Madrid goal. And you're not just talking about any other goalkeeper. You're talking about one of the best in the world in Thibaut Courtois. And Ademola Lookman got it past him pretty easily. 2-3 to score. Like I said earlier, that big chance at the ending of the match could have made it 3-3, but it ended 2-3 in favor of Real Madrid. Now, I've already said what I said about the CAF Player of the Year award. I feel like Ademola Lookman should have it in his house already. There's no need for the charade, basically. The man is the Player of the Year winner, and that's that. But on the other hand, my question is, why stop at the CAF Player of the Year award? Why not the Ballon d'Or? Why not the Ballon d'Or? This is one of the best players in the world at this very moment. He is doing crazy things with the stats and with his team. You can look at where they are in the league table. They're number 1 in the Serie A. So I don't think that's really far-fetched. That's not something that's so crazy right there. Ademola Lookman for Ballon d'Or. Now, that being said, I do have to keep it real and say that the Ballon d'Or does not favor African players. Let's put it out there. It does not favor African players. Samuel Eto'o should have a Ballon d'Or. He should have one at least in his trophy cabinet. Didier Drogba, if not a Ballon d'Or, at least a top 3 finish. But the Ballon d'Or, every time an African player does what everybody is saying needs to be done to win a Ballon d'Or, the rules get changed from under them. That's just the fact of the matter. The rules get changed from under them. The voting, whatever, however you want to put it, it just doesn't favor African players. But let me know your thoughts on this one though. Put it in the comment section. Please don't forget to like this video, subscribe. Thank y'all for watching. Peace.